Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Today we're gonna talk about a new accent, Kasrah. We talked about Fath'a, this accent that we've been reading all the letters with. Today we're gonna talk about Kasrah, which is the same shape, but it is present under the letter. So we're gonna start reading with both the Fath'a and the Kasrah. I'm going to switch a little bit to my video so that you can see me, because I'm going to talk about how we pronounce the letters. So let me stop sharing for a moment here. So we said that there are 28 letters in the Arabic alphabet, and we said that 20 of them are light letters and 8 are heavy letters. And we said that when you pronounce the light letters, you smile. So you say a, ba, ta, tha, ja, ha. And then when you get to a heavy letter, your smile, you have to bring your mouth to an oval form or a circular form, and then you jump to kha, ta, for example, va, another letter. So this is the shape of your mouth when you're pronouncing a heavy letter. And a fatha, in Arabic language, fatha comes from the origin fataha. Fataha means open. And as you can see, when I say a, I'm opening my mouth. My upper teeth and my lower teeth are going away from each other. A, ba, ta. Kasra, on the other hand, comes from the origin kasara, which means break or close. And in this case, we're closing our mouth. So when instead of saying a, I say I. And so instead of saying ba, I say b. So the upper teeth and the lower teeth are actually going closer to each other, as if we're breaking something with our teeth. So that's what the kasra is doing. So you're keeping the same before. If it's a light letter, you're still smiling, but your teeth are moving in a totally different direction. Okay. So for example, sa, si. Now we're moving to the heavy letters. If I say saw, si, okay? Let's go back to sharing the screen right here. So if we read through these letters, what we're gonna see is that this will be a, e, ba, b, ta, ti, tha, thi, ja, ji, ha, hi, kha, khi, da, di, va, the, ra, ri, za, zi, sa, si, sha, she, saw, si, da, ضي طا طي ظا ضي ع عي غا غي فا في قا قي كا كي لا لي ما مي نا ني ها هي wa, we, and ya, ye. Practice reading and writing. I'm gonna only practice with you reading. I'm gonna write also the first row. The rest, I advise you that you take screenshots and fill those up, when you have time at your own pace. Or you can also pause the video and fill those up on your notebook and practice writing. Always remembering writing from top to bottom, right to left. So first, I'm gonna read each box, and after I finish reading the box, I will write what's in it. Starting with this here. So this is E, top to bottom with the Hamza, and then the Kasrah, under the Hamza. Kasrah has to always be under the letter and under the Hamza in this case. This is E, Ra, Ma. E, Ra, Ma. B, Ha, B, Ta. Ha, B, Ta. Ha, B, Ta. With Fatha it's Ta, but with Kasra it is T. A, Ba, T. Okay, so the rest, like I said, you're gonna do on your own, but I'm gonna read with you. So let's go on, let's go here. This is, with Fatha it's Ta, but with Kasra it's T. Wa, Ra, Tha, T. Notice that what's happening here is they always put a letter, and then they put this letter in a word. They put the letter for you, and then they put it in a word. They're putting a letter here, and then they're putting it in a word. So this is T, and then they're putting it T at the end of the word. Wa, Ra, Tha, T, same sound. G, Ta, G, da. So the G is right here. It's not in red, but that's what it is. It should have been in red. Hi, Ra, Hi, Ma, Khi, Ba, Khi, La, Di, Ra, Di, Fa. Again, if I'm going too fast, you can always pause the video, try to read it on your own, and then unpause and listen. The, a, the, na, ri, a, tha, ri, zi, fa, fa, zi, a, si, kho, si, ro, she, ya, ta, di, ro, di, ya, ti, kho, ti, fa. عي عي وجا في ح في ظ قي با قي يا كي ما لي كي لي ع لي ما مي أ مي نا ني تا را ني هي شا هي دا وي و لا وي يي يا دا يي. Okay, we're gonna leave the exercise for tomorrow. We're gonna do it together. I'm gonna jump to a Quran page. We're gonna read together. Surah An-Nisa. So this time we're gonna go about it in a slightly different way. Usually I tell you to read, and everything you're gonna read, you're gonna assume there's a fatha. Today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna read. Whenever we see a letter that has a fatha, we read it. Whenever we see a letter that has a kasra, we read it. Any other things that we don't recognize, we're gonna skip, okay? So we're gonna read letters with Fatha, letters with Kasrah, and the other ones we're gonna skip. The reason why is I want you to pay attention now to the accents, because we're saying now that accents will make you change the sound. So I don't want you to get stuck with always saying the letters with Fatha. I want you to also be aware now that, okay, I see a letter that I know, but I don't know the accent. I can't really pronounce it yet. Let me move on. So let's start this exercise. We'll start from here. I know this letter, I know this accent. So this is ya. There's a symbol here. We'll talk about these in the future. I know this letter, I know the accent. This is a. I know this letter. I don't know this accent yet, so I'm going to skip it. I know this letter and this accent. So these two are together. They're on top of each other. And this came with this symbol, okay? So they're close, but this fatha came with the ha. So this is ha, okay. This, we haven't talked about it yet. It's like the a, but without the hamza. We're gonna talk about these soon, inshallah. But it's just like the a without the hamza. We're gonna talk about it. This also is gonna be mentioned in the future. This is a letter that we know. Let me look for an accent for it. Guess what? They don't have an accent for it. We're gonna talk about this, why they didn't include one. So we're gonna ignore how to pronounce it. This is a letter that I know with a fatha. This is na. We're gonna ignore the symbol for now. This is a letter that I know, but it doesn't have fatha. If it had fatha, it would have been sa. Since it has this symbol, I'm gonna ignore it. This is with fatha ta. This, I don't know it. This doesn't have accent. This one is ra. This is ba. This with fatha usually is ka, but this is a different symbol. This with fatha is ma, but this is a different symbol. This with fatha is la. And this with kasra is the. The. Move on. Kha. La. Qa. This accent I haven't learned yet. This is me. This is na. I haven't learned this yet. This is wa. He. He. This is da. This has two kasras. We haven't learned that yet. So we're gonna move on. Wa. Kha. La. Qa. Me. We haven't learned this accent yet, so let's move on. This is ha. Za. Ja. Ha. Wa. Ba. Tha. Me. Don't know this accent yet. Don't know this accent yet. Ma. Ri. Ja. Don't know what two fathas are. I do want to introduce something to you though. This shape, I want to talk about it today. I'm gonna actually take even a better example for you, and that is, where can I find one to show it to you? This one right here. Okay, so I'm gonna change colors here. Let me see if I can use, let me see, I'm gonna use this right here. Use a yellow color. So watch with me. Let me make it bigger. Right here. Make it red. It's better. So right here, this form, this letter. If this letter was by itself and it connects from the left, what is it usually? It's a long letter coming down, and then if it were connected from the left, it's usually what? It's with fatha, it will be la. It will be la. In this case, what they did is there is a la, and instead of keep going to the left side, so instead of having a la that keeps going on the left side, and then they have an a, okay, which this form, by the way, just like that, this la followed by an a, some masahif, some mushaf, some Qur'ans have it that way. So it's possible that you see this shape in other ways of writing. But in this case, we always start from right to left. So right, and then they go down left, and then they did the connection. They went to the right, and that was the connection. They went to the right, and then they put the a. So this is actually a la followed by an a. That's what it is. So when you see it, that's how you read it. Okay, if there was a fatha here, that would have been a la, and then followed by an a. Okay, so that's what this is. Now, most of the time, not most of the time, but sometimes you see one like this one here, where there's no hamza. And we said that we haven't talked about how to pronounce the alif without hamza yet. So if there was only one fatha here, this would have been la. So we know how to pronounce that. And we'll talk about what to do with this. Okay? So please try to read one page of the Quran. And inshallah, tomorrow we're going to go through some exercises to read and write with Kasrah and Fatha. And also, inshallah, if the time is good, I might be introducing the Dhamma, which is the third accent right here, this Dhamma. And once we have this one, then we'll have, probably, I would say, 70% of the symbols covered once this is done. And that's it for today. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.